everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. Today is Craft Chat. I'm going to be playing with some fabrics, some beautiful laces and linens and some upholstery material, different handkerchiefs, napkins, all sorts of beautiful fabrics. And I'm going to show you a couple fun ideas that are easy to make, mass make, and put into your junk journals. Now, I have this junk journal that we made together. It's Undine. It's the DigiKit from Undine, Undine. And I've done some decorating it already, but I thought this was a great little journal that I can put some more fun things in as demonstration places for you to see. So we're also going to do the Scrappy Contest Winner today. Yay! So hang on for that. We've got 435 comments from last week, and I'm going to pull a random comment YouTube picker. And we will see who wins this Scrappy prize. It's basically my scraps. Maybe I'll even start adding some fabric scraps in there. See how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to be working today with two things. One is some game cards, if you have those. And if you don't have game cards, maybe you have index cards. Those will also work. All right, let's start with the game cards first. And, a couple of things to know about when you're playing with fabric. I'm going to back up a little bit. With junk journals, thickness can matter, obviously, because it's going to bulk up your journal a little bit, but it can also add a very interesting texture to some of your pieces. Page trims, covers, embellishments, spine dangles, so many fun things. And I'm going to show you how we can play with different pieces of fabric. Now, I'm a little bit of a fabric hoarder, so I have a lot of fabric, and I want to release some of it to the universe. So I'm going to be making some fabric packs, and I'm still in the process of cutting. So when I get those done, I will present them to you, and if there's an interest, I will make more of them. But I want to show you some ideas on how you can play with fabric in your journal, if you so choose. Actually, one of the first junk journals I ever came across was an all fabric junk journal. I mean, even the pages were fabric, the pockets were fabric. And I found it at a craft show, and I was so amazed by it. I think maybe that's where I originally got started with this. And then I started looking up fabric journal, and then I ended up following junk journal, and then I found Nick the Booksmith, and there you go. It was all a journey. But yeah, so let us, okay. The thing with working with game cards, you're going to have some see-through if your fabric is not opaque or solid colors. So obviously you're going to be able to see through some of that. You may like that, you may not. If you don't like it, a simple fix is you can paint them, but I think that takes more time and effort and energy. Just, I would say just stick a piece of white paper there. So it doesn't even have to be white. This is a bisque color writing paper. It can be anything because this is going to be covered anyway. It doesn't really matter. And any glue will work. I think I'm going to use Scotch Create glue stick right now because it's a good glue for this type of thing. Now, if I had a little glue mat, that would be amazing in 100 million ways. And I'm going to now produce one. Look at that. It was so close the whole time. Do I ever pull it out? Rarely. But this is going to be lots of gluing, so I want to make sure I don't glue my mat up all over the place. You know how I do sometimes. Okay, here we go. Hope you're having fun today. Hope your papers are calling you. Hope you're finding peace in your papers. Your papers will always take care of you. And they wait. They're very patient, which is such a blessing. If you get busy with all that other life stuff, you know what I mean? Okay, if you're going to cut, be careful not to cut, if you're going to use a craft knife, don't cut into your glue mat because it will cut that too. You can cut this with a ruler, or you can just scissor cut it, but I think I'm just gonna cut it this way. It's quick and easy. As long as you have a sharp blade, you should be good. Yeah. So now we've dealt with that little issue. And you could do a bunch of these at once too, a little mass make project. That would be nice. Now there is a little bit of show through, but since I'm going to be layering on some lace, I don't think it's a big deal. So, and maybe I want to make some neutral pieces just so I have something to work with in the future. Let me go a little closer for you. Whoop. And where you put the fabric can make all the difference. You can cover the whole thing, or you can just cover the bottom half, or you can go on an angle. Let's do a little angle guy just for fun. I mean, it just sounds like fun. Okay, so, and I'm not gonna make a pocket out of this. It's just gonna be glued down. This could be a pocket, the whole thing. But let's just do a little neutral thingy here, and let's see how that goes. Okay. So the easiest thing to do is just glue the area that you want covered. And okay. You can use your finger to smoosh to the edges. Smooshing is highly recommended. And you know, a little of fabric will go a long way. So if you have these little squares, or if you take the time to pre-cut your own fabric, I think it's worth it because you're going to pull from it a lot more than if you have to go get the bolt or something, you know what I mean? And I'm not even too worried about the line being perfectly straight. I think that waviness is sort of adding to the prettiness of it all. If you have a pair of fabric scissors, that can make life a lot easier. And if you're really good about it, you will only use your fabric scissors for fabric cutting. But if you're a little stinker like me, you're probably going to use them for other things occasionally, and then, you know, realize the evil of your ways. Punish yourself seriously, and then do it all again the next day. Yeah, okay. So here, we have that. I mean, that's already pretty, right? I mean, hey. And you can also sew. I'm not going to do any sewing in this video per se, but you can go around and make really pretty little borders, zigzag or herringbone or all sorts of fun things. Well, I'll show that on a different video, but we're just keeping it simple today. All right, so what do we got here? What we got going? We got some vintage photo distress ink. And it's just a brown. You can find any brown that you got. I mean, brown and black are good staples to have. And you don't have to do this. This is optional, but you know, just giving it a little distinction, okay? And the paper grabs the ink well. Oh, that's cool. Now you could totally leave it just like that and not do any more than that. But I'm gonna come around and just give a little ink on the side. Now, if you don't know, if you don't have pretty fabrics and things like that, I want you to think next time you go to the thrift shop, think linens, think bedding, think, I recommend large size clothing because you get more material for the buck. Look for, if you like lace, pretty frilly lacy things that have a lot on it, go in the material section. Often there's a fabric section, and you can you know, play with it and do stuff like you can go to town. Okay, now you can pull out fun things to add on here if you want. You don't have to, but this is optional. I have my clusters box. This is the pre-made clusters mostly. Little other things get mixed in. You got your stickles and your Nuvo drops and your liquid pearls. You can add little things. Got a little words thing where I've cut out, and I've trimmed and cut out all sorts of interesting word things. That's fun too. You can add those there. You can put numbers on there. And don't forget about good old bling. Nothing wrong with a little good old bling. You can also add embroidery floss and things like that. That's pretty. Hold on. So if you have a drawer that looks like this, yep. Maybe you want to pull a little of that out. Just for fun. Nothing serious. And you don't even have to commit to color. You can commit to color. You can have, I really like using pink. You can go with pink. I'm just going to do that because I think it looks pretty. And I think I'm going to use Fabrifix for this because it is, as you know, a clear silicone glue. Fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, paper to paper, and it grabs pretty fast. And you're kind of one and done, you know what I mean? And it's a nice way to add just a little piece of embroidery floss or thread or trim or something like that, very gingerly. And you're done. I mean, I'm just going to call that one done. Whoops. Make sure I have enough glue on the end there. And what's that little piece? I have a stray piece. Okay. And you can like massage the little string to get it in the exact right place that you want. But that's kind of a fun thing to do. And if you want to go further, you can maybe if you have, I love these little black things. Black flat back rhinestones. They're easy to use. I probably would recommend putting a little glue on the back. They'll stick better. But I'm just going to show for video purposes how you can dress this up. Now all of a sudden we've got this cute little thing, you know? And they're a little bit repositionable if you didn't get them in the right spot the first time. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so for example, how we're going to use that in a journal, well, let's just use something simple. And it's just one easy way you can do it. I mean, this could be a cute little pocket. Well, look at that. That's a cute little pocket. Look, I put it upside down. I didn't even know that. But now for some reason, it's happy upside down. So yeah, you got like possibilities with these things. Maybe this way again, maybe this way. Okay, you could, yes, all right, let's just do a basic pocket. It's got nice structure for a pocket because it's a game card. doing the U shape. All right, there we go. Now we can put something fun in there. I'm just going to give that a second to dry. And, okay, this little leaf, it's a rose leaf, fell out at me. And when things fall out at me, I like to incorporate them right away into my design. So I could put it here. I could layer it up on the lace side. Maybe I'll do that. Give it a good gluing. If you get this glue all over everything, it's going to help prevent cracking of your dried botanical items if you like to use those. And put you in the center there. Okay. And I found this, a little piece of ephemera. It's actually just a little pretty vintage piece. I'm just going to tuck that in there because it's not going to touch the glue. So there you go. And you got and you're rocking and you're rolling and life is grand and we're moving on. So here we go. Oh, I'm also answering crafty questions today, Pam. Get over there and answer a question. Okay, I'm going to answer a question. Here we go. I love hearing from you guys. Okay, this is a great question. Egypt Wilson asks, she's looking at how to coffee dye papers for your junk journals. Can you still put them in the printer? Great question. And what I found in my experience is it depends what kind of printer you have. And if you start out with a flatter page, the flatter the page, the easier any printer will accept it. Some printers do not like coffee dyed papers. And I found that if you have a backload feeder printer, it's going to work better. If you have the kind that turns the paper around and does this thing, you know, those things get jammed. I found that. And so if you have a back feeder, you're probably good to go, but you're going to want to babysit it. Like sit there and make sure it goes in and it's not folded or curled up on the edges because sometimes the coffee dyed paper can do that. So you can take the time and iron the paper, or you can put heavy weights on the paper like other books and things like that and come back the next day and it'll be nice and flat. I use water bottle cases, and a cutting board from my kitchen. So cutting papers, cutting board, through like 2 cases of water, bye, see you tomorrow. And it actually happens pretty fast, probably in a couple hours, but you come back and the curliness has really rested. So it's an awesome way to do that. All right. That was a great question. Thanks, Egypt. Okay, so let's make something else. Maybe you've just got index cards, and these are the very high quality index cards from the Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? They're practically like the thickness of a page of paper. They're a little thicker than a page of paper. I would say this is probably like 60 weight or 80 weight paper or something. It's not super thick, but what it does, it gives you a pre-cut nice size of a something. Yeah, we got a something already. It's all pre-cut, done. Nice, we like that. And let's see what's got there. Oh, see how that looks nice against the white? That's pretty, right? So we could just totally do that. Let's do that. These are just easy things. Okay, I lost my glue mat. Where is it? Where are you? Did I put you back under here? It's gone. It's completely gone. That giant thing. I don't know where it went. Where is it? Did I put it back under here? No. I don't know. It's gone. Okay, we're just gluing on the mat today. And so I'm just going to put glue all over. This is a good glue to grab. Some glues don't grab fabric so well. I think this one does pretty well for thin, lightweight fabric demands, if you will. You don't need to see my mouse. My mousey over there. Okay. And I'm just going to lay this down and trying to use as much of the fabric as I can, saving little bits, because these little bits can go places, you know? You know? We have our ways. We are crafters. We do things with little bits. Okay, so, yeah. Pretty, right? I know. I know! And easy and decorated. I mean, this could be done. I mean, we could be totally done. And I like maybe not cutting exactly on the edges, but have a little overhang, and it's okay. So you don't have to be the perfect seamstress to do these things. See, I have overhang. Yeah, and I'm liking it because I think it's going to look pretty on the page. So don't be afraid to break out of the borders. That's something I learned in an Amity Bloom class. Everything doesn't have to be rigid and exact and you know, exact to the edges. You can go over the edges. That's right. We're all going over the edge in 2023. Here we go. We're going together over the edge. Okay, so what do we got? We got that. Okay. So I like that. I think that's pretty just as it is. I mean, very simple, very beautiful. We can ink it. You don't have to ink it. Let's look at the page we're going to put it on. Now that excess glue in there will dry, so I'm not too worried about that. But you could also do some fun things with it. So there's one. We did one so far. So we'll just keep it going on. I'll try to show you some things. Okay, so here, maybe I'm going to do a big corner pocket there. That's kind of cool, huh? I like that. Okay, so, but because it's going against a white page, I think I will come in for the ink. And I think I'm going to do the brown again, just to give it a little bit of edging. And this is a nice thickness for a little corner tuck or a corner pocket. Place to tuck things in. I'm going to use L-shaped glue to hold it in the corner. What L-shaped? What's that? Okay, so you put your piece down. Yep, let me turn this. And you're just going to glue here and glue here. And that's your glue. So pay attention when you glue, because if you glue the wrong side, like I do all the time, you're not going to have your glue in the right place. Yeah, and that things happen. Yeah, it does. All the time in the craft room. You get distracted, the phone rings, the dog barks, the doorbell goes. And next thing you know, your glue is dry or you glued the wrong side. And it's okay because you can fix it. There we go. All right. So that's really pretty. Okay, so I found a couple things that I thought might look nice in here. I have this handwritten letter. This is in a foreign language. And it's written on both sides. It's very beautiful. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear it up. I know, don't look. Okay. But I'm going to tear it up long ways. So I want the length of it, I think. I love the script book. Okay. It's a little longer than I need, but I'm going to just fold it up a little bit. And maybe tuck this in here. Should be dry. Probably better to wait for the glue to dry. I know, I never take my own advice. Okay, there we go. And do I want to put something else in there? I have this little catalog card about planes and flight. Tuck that in there too, just for a little layering. Look, just fun. So these things are not super fat, as you can see, and they add a nice textural element to your junk journals. Just something fun to play with, you know what I mean? I mean, if you've never done fabrics before, maybe this is your year to welcome in the differences. Okay, so now let's take another piece of fabric. Here's a piece of fabric that's an upholstery weight fabric. It's a little bit thicker, has some stiffness to it. So in my mind, this does not have to actually be backed on anything. You could, if you feel better about it. It is fine, but you don't have to, and that's okay too. So let's try this alternative option, but I'm going to answer a question first. So let's bounce over there and see what you guys are thinking about. Let me see. Okay. Okay. It Takes a Village asks, please, could someone, I love this, please, could someone tell me what the difference between a journal and a journal card is? Okay. This is a journal. A journal is a book of any type that you want to either write in, put things that you collect in, draw in, put your quotes in, your poetry, your dreams, your imaginative trips, your logging of your life. It's just something, I think we all know what a journal is, right? That's a journal. But a journal card, something like this. It's usually a removable thing that may or may not be looking like connected to the theme of the journal. That's just an artistic choice. But it might have a blank back so that you can write on it, write little special notes, memoirs, special moments to yourself. And you can log things on there. You can put lines. I mean, don't be afraid. You can buy line stamps and all that kind of thing. Or you can grab a pencil and, come here, closer. Boom. Oh, that's really close. Okay. You can just come here and draw a dot and hand-free some lines, which looks really cool, I think, because it gives it, and they don't even have to be lined up. That's right. Let me back you up a little. The randomness of it all, probably should have used a marker. It'll show up better on the camera. Can give you some cool imagery and get people started on, hey, this is meant to be written on. Maybe these are bullet points. Maybe this is like a planner or a nudge list or something. Maybe it's my grocery list. I mean, there are no rules. Here's another way we used fabric. Some really pretty vintage old lace. I love that piece. It's almost like totally gone. I have a tiny piece left. Okay, so that is a journal card. And there you go. All right, so yeah, another way you can use it if you have a thicker piece of fabric. Remember, every time you add another piece of structure to it, you're going to increase bulk. So you want to monitor your bulk. But let's just cut a piece here with these lovely fabric scissors. I always feel like such a seamstress when I'm using my fabric scissors. Like, yes, this is the way you're supposed to do it, Pam. But I don't always Don't, and sometimes I cut with my regular scissors too, the fabric. I have done that. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm just trimming off the fuzzies. And you can pull and you can fray and stuff like that depending on your choice. Okay, so now this, let me back up a little. Let's just go to the next page. And this will sort of be an experimental journal. We're just trying fun things in here. I have a video on making this journal. I'll try and link it if I can find it. I'm terrible. I've got, I think, almost between 700 and 800 videos now. So when somebody asks me, do you have a video on? I'm like, yeah, I know I made that. I can't remember what I called it. I think I called something a waterfall notebook, and in my video I actually called it the petticoat notebook. So yeah, just, you know, the way it goes sometimes. So here you could do a belly band, which is very easy to do. And if you have the Fabrifix glue, you can just go to town and make your belly band. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, serious or, you know, fuss. There, glue on the top, glue on the bottom, put your belly band down. Just like that. Just like that. That's good. There we go. Okay. And then you can find something to tuck in it. Maybe you want to do a little decoration on the page. Maybe make it look a little bit more intriguing. And I think I will. I think I have this cute little peg stamp right here. And I've got my, this is black soot. It's very black soot ink. And you can design from, you can expand the design from your belly band. You can actually give it like a faux ruffle with stamps. So those are kind of just goofy stuff you can do. You know, if you got toys to play with, why not play with them, right? Okay, put some more in there. Random ones. I'm going to do that on the bottom too. Bring you a little closer. You can see what's going on. And we'll see if we can pull this baby together. Never know what they're going to look like till you're done, right? You just sort of keep going. Kind of mostly on the paper. I'm getting the circle relief here because I'm the world's worst stamper. Don't follow my stamping skills. You probably get a flat surface underneath would be better. But I'm not gonna fight it. I think it's fine. It's okay. There we go. Okay. And now I think maybe that little piece of black fabric might come in really nicely here. We'll just give it a little like that. Or let's get a fatter trim. Hold on. Okay. So this is some black seam binding. Seam binding is wonderful in the junk journal world because it's very thin, but it can make great impact on your page. So if you want to do something like that, you can totally do that. And maybe we'll do that. All right, let's just say, so 1, 2, we're gonna need 2. But I almost feel like this might be a little fat. Maybe I'll just cut this in half. You can do that. So you don't need a lot of fabric. Sometimes just little bits are what make all the difference. All the little accents. Don't think we can tear seam binding. Yeah, yes, okay, I retract that. We can tear seam binding. Okay, what do I know? I only work here. Hold on. I'm rearranging my legs to get closer to you. Okay, hold on, wait. Readjustment on the chair. Okay, there we go. We're all good. So yeah, I've got a little frayed edge now. That gives a little more tactile definition. And let's just run a bead of glue along there. This would be an ideal time for a finger smoosh. I'll do it here too since I'm here. And can you see? Yeah, okay. Finger smoosh. Because it's seam binding, and seam binding is thin, and sometimes it'll bleed through, but this is black, so you're not going to get a lot of bleed through, but I think it's a good idea. You know what I mean? It's a good idea. I need my little scissors. Where's my little scissors? These little awesome Fiskars, tiny little easy action scissors. Oh my God, I love these things. I would not ever survive without these. They just make it, you can get into the tiniest of places. Did I do this? I don't remember. There we go. And we're down. It looks like a little rug, doesn't it? Now it looks like a little rug. Okay, but you can go ahead and tuck something cute back there. Okay, so I've got a few things. I've got some old papers with advertisements on them. I've got some map, which is kind of cool. Another newspaper, which is kind of caramelized. God, that'll look nice on there. I also have this old dental records. Old dental records, and that might just fit perfectly. You could fold things and adjust them and, you know, make them so they show nicely. That's fine. This was from Ross Luther. Boy, he had a lot of work done, boy. Must have not been brushing those teeth when you were young in there. Mr. Ross Luther. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up. Get me in there. I was like, come on, baby. There we go. All right, so I think that's good. And, you know, maybe you want to do a little hueing on your page. You can do that. I'm just going to take this and knock this back a little bit and give it a little more warmth around the edges, a little worn feeling. And maybe down even in here. I always like to do that. And since I'm here, I'm just going to go around this side, make it a little matching thing. I don't know what I'm going to do on this side yet, but we'll just see. And there you go. You can keep this simple as is, or you can add things to it. Maybe I want to put a word. I like a word. I like this one. I've learned that you can throw mud without getting a little, or you can't throw mud without getting a little on yourself. I was hoping it said you can throw a little mud and you can do it without getting dirt on yourself. Well, apparently you can't. Yeah, I know, it's all coming back to you. Big karma. All right, so let's just take that. And I'm just going to put it like that. And I'm going to put a little poppage on it with the inker. Totally random. Just having fun. I mean, I just want to show you different ways that you can incorporate fabric into your junk journal. And there's a million things we haven't even done yet. And we're probably, okay, yeah, we're it's time to ask another question or answer another question. Okay, here we go. Over here. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Fabrifix or Scotch Create glue stick would work well here, but I think I'm going to use the Scotch Create because it just gives me a little bit stronger. No, this is Fabrifix. If you haven't seen it, that's what the bottle looks like. There we go. You're looking for it out there. Okay, that's good. I like that. Okay, let me give that person a little heart so I know I answered you. Trillicate does ask, does anybody know how much she sold the journal for? Just curious as to what it was valued at. She's talking about my neutral journal plus a bonus FUNDLE that sold for $399. Thank you. And thank you very much to the purchaser of that. Don Markowitz. Pam, what's up? Oh, no, this is like one of those, hey, you want to do cryptocurrency? No. Okay, go away. All right. Have you thought about Victoria Guckian? Have you thought about sewing around the edges? No glue needed. Yes, I have. Yes, and I love to sew around the edges. I think it gives a beautiful decorative finish. And I will show some of that in future videos. And I don't always show sewing because not everybody has a sewing machine. And I want to show you no-sew options for things. So you're going to see sew and no-sew things coming from me. But yeah, sewing is really fun. It's just a tool. I encourage you to be brave if you've been holding off on the sewing thing for some reason because you just think it's not for you. Just throw that whole idea enchilada out the window and just go get yourself an El Cheapo, maybe at the Goodwill or Walmart or something. That's where I started with mine. And just try it. I mean, it's like a hammer. You know, it's like this. It's just a tool. That's all it is. Don't be so afraid. I don't consider myself a sewer or a seamstress or anything like that, but I do like to play with the looks that I can get out of it. And you know, I have fights and struggles with my machine, just like everybody else does. But I'm not going to let that stop me from having the fun. You know, I'm going forward, embracing it, enjoying. And if I get stuck, I watch a YouTube video to try and figure out how to get out of the little stuckness. That's pretty much it. Okay, so let's ask another question and then we will jump into picking our scrappy winner of the day. Let's see. Admin Concepts Francesca Frate asks, question, could Vaseline or petroleum jelly also be used to condition the paper? She's referring to my video called Make Faux Leather and Suede from a Paper Bag. You know, that's actually a really interesting concept. I've never thought of that. And so basically working with paper bag paper, and I was using hair conditioner to soften it and break down the fibers a little bit to give it a little bit more of a suede or velvety or leathery kind of feel. If you coat it with Mod Podge after, you get a leather look. If you leave it just conditioned and air dried, it's more of a suede feel. Gonna have to play with that, Francesca. That's a very interesting idea. I like it. Okay, we will try that at some point. So let us go ahead and I'll just show you again the quick things that we made. We did this little guy, very easy on a game card. This on an index card. And this is just a piece of structured upholstery material by itself as a belly band. So lots of fun to be had. Let me bring my computer down here so we can watch. We can personally watch the winner be chosen. Okay, so if you do win, all you need to do is by Thursday of next week, contact me, let me know you won, give me your address, your mailing address, and I will happily send off whatever scraps I have straight to you. Let me see if I get that light out of there. Okay. YouTube? No, here. Okay, here we go. Very close. Okay, everybody, pay attention. All right, and we're gonna, probably need to come in a little closer because that name is gonna be here. Okay, here we go. Ready? Go! Oh, it's down here. I never know exactly what. Watch for your name. Watch for your name. Lee Gaddis. Why are you in the dark there? Lee Gaddis, congratulations. You have won the Scrappy Contest. So congratulations to you. Just contact me via my email address, which is pam@thepaperoutpost.com, and give me your mailing address, and I will mail those off to you. So congratulations, Lee. So that's kind of fun. I don't know how we're doing with the troll. Is the troll still a problem? I haven't heard a lot of squeaking about it lately. I'll take a look and make sure. Sometimes they show up in my Scrappy Contest craft chat videos for some reason. If you won the contest, the way you know you won the contest is by watching the video, because I'm not going to contact you. I'm not going to ask you to sign up for some weird app. I'm not going to ask you to pay any money. Even if it looks like me in the comments, but it seems suspicious, it's not me. Not me. And if I see those, I remove them. People let me know when they pop up, and I remove them and block them and tell YouTube and all that stuff. But they're getting a little smarter. First of all, it was like Telegram app with 2 L's, which seemed weird. And then the next week it was the Telegram with the corrected spelling. And then it was sign up for this WhatsApp app for $100, or sign up for, what was the other one? Nicegram. What the heck is Nicegram? I'm out of the loop. So yeah, not me. If you're ever wondering, just ask. But to know whether you won something from me, watch the video. If you see your name pop up as the winner, you will know that you are the authentic winner, and that's when you email me. So that's pretty much it. We got our workarounds. We're not gonna let those little troll bees get in our way of having fun. No, heck no. All right, Sunbun, you're up. You want to say? Oh, you do have news. Do you want to tell everybody? Where did you go this morning?
Okay. Here I come. Hello, everybody. It's Sunshine. I hope you're all well. I give you big puppy hugs to everybody. Clara, Sandy, Jennifer, LaQuisha, Margaret, and everybody. I got my toenails trimmed today. Yep. We went to the spa, but it wasn't a full-blown spa thing. No. It was like Mom got on the phone and said, "Can Sunshine get his toenails trimmed?" And they said yes. Just bring him in. So she did. I got kind of fooled with the go for a ride. "You want to go for a ride, Sonny?" she said. And of course, Sunshine said yes, because Sunshine loves to go for a ride. So in I went in the truck and all. I was all excited. Thought we were going to the park. Thought we were going to the car wash. Thought we were, going places, doing things. But we went to the spa. It was a secret takedown of Sunshine. Yep. But it was over quick. It was like 10 minutes. I was in and out, and I was good. And I fell asleep on the car seat going home, and I was good. And I got a treat.
Okay. All right, so it wasn't so bad?
No, not bad at all. I highly recommend it.
Okay, thank you. All right,
everybody, back to my napping. Love y'all. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, Sunshine. There you go, folks. So, if you are new, welcome. If you have been here a while, thank you for being here and hanging out and crafting with us together and sharing your ideas and thoughts and things like that. And my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays, new audio material. I have video podcasts, which you can watch on Spotify every other day of the week. Actually, there's a whole bunch of them uploaded. But that's when I upload them. There's a bunch of them out there. You can watch them any day of the week. That's weird, isn't it? Video podcast. Isn't that a YouTube video? Yes, I think so. Etsy. I have an Etsy shop. So when I have journals that are completed, or bundles, or fundles, or hard copy items, I will put them in my Etsy shop. They're for sale. Whoever comes by first can get that. Sometimes make a big announcement, a video, social media announcements about it. Sometimes I just slip them in there to see who comes along, and because I want equal opportunity, everybody can get a chance at it, and I do the best I can with that. And I sell FUNDLEs, which are collections of old and interesting papers. If you like that type of thing and you want to put those in your junk journals, it's just one style of a junk journal. I love to make books, and I love to stuff them with really cool little pieces of old paper. And I make these packs of 100+ pieces for you. They have everything from antique ledgers, checks, receipts, postcards, because I always remember those, music paper, dictionary paper. There's a section on foreign language, a nature section, a science section. I'm going through the list. There's old photographs, just like really cool stuff. And then there's, unique things that come along every once in a while that I just have a few things of, but I will put them in my FUNDLEs for those of you to explore. So if you are a collector, or if you are a historian of any type, you might find some interesting finds in the FUNDLEs. What else? I sell digikits, which are printable downloads, or digital printables, or digital downloads, or instant downloads. They have 1,000,001 names, but basically they're printables. And you buy the computer files from me, and then you can download them as many times and save them on your computer. You can download them as many times as you like. Once you purchase them, they are in your Etsy account forever, as long as you used your Etsy account to purchase them. So you never have to worry about where you put it on your computer if you lost it or something like that. Just go into your Etsy account and look under purchases, and you will find the links again if you want to re-download them. And if you don't have a printer, or you don't like to print, I will mail them to you. I do them in batches of 10 digikits. Each digikit has 5 pages, so that means you get 50 printed pages for one flat fee. It includes free priority mail shipping. And the reason why I don't tell you the price is because that price may change over time. So if I record a video and I put a price in it, it may be different, 6 months or a year from now. So it's one flat fee. You do not need to buy the individual digikits, but I do need the list of the names of the digikits that you want. And you can either Etsy message me that list. I only need the first 2 to 3 words to know which one you're talking about. And then, or you can email me the list if you prefer, to pam@thepaperoutpost.com. I have an Amazon shop, so if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies, I try to put links to the things I can find links for in there. That does help my shop, but you do not pay more for using those links. I have a t-shirt shop, so if you like the phrase "create with reckless abandon," or "everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise," you can get that on a t-shirt, or a sweatshirt, or a zipped hoodie, or a mug, or a tote, or a water bottle. And what else? You can find me on social media on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. I have a Facebook group if you like to show me what you're making related to these videos. And I also do weekly and monthly challenges to give you a little spark, a little somewhere to start. Let's make something, because sometimes you're just sitting there, you're like, what do I do with this? It's really pretty. I don't know what to do with it. So we get you started with a little bit of a, like, hey, think, a Q-tip, summertime, and the word bubble. Go for it, and let's just see what you come up with. So kind of fun, goofy things like that. And sometimes that's all we need in life, a little fun goofiness. And I think that's pretty much it. So remember, everybody, fun can be simple. Create with reckless abandon, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.